Hello, my name is Audrey Molloy and I'd like to thank Paul for the opportunity to read for Speakeasy Skibbereen. I was supposed to be on holiday in Baltimore this year, just down the road from Skibbereen, but unfortunately that wasn't to be. Hopefully I'll get to go in the next year or two. Now I'm going to read two poems from my pamphlet Satyrus, which was published earlier this year by the Munster Literature Centre. And these two poems are also included in my forthcoming collection, The Important Things, which will be published by the Gallery Press next year. I wrote this first poem about the people you lose at the end of a marriage. Not just your spouse, but your friends, and in particular your in-laws, and how painful that can be. It was first published in Southward, and it's called Elegy for a Limb. I'd forgotten how he takes his tea. You'd think 14 years with a man would leave an imprint as detailed as the fossil filaments of a feather, the contours of his hands, the half-moons of his fingernails. Fingers are square, the jeweller said, not round if you look closely. So he made a four-sided ring, white gold with a dark sapphire. The children said he lost it in the sea. No milk, his hand blocks the cup. Say hello to your mother for me, I want to say, leaving your in-laws almost as hard as the rest of it. Wounds that bleed for years, amputations, missing fingers that still twitch and drum, rub the edge of garments, lost toes that tip you over in their absence, loosen your grip on things. That Christmas, after the split, we spent the day together, as though nothing had happened. Their solemn faces on the screen after lunch, Granny, older somehow, and the brother, the gift of a brother in the family of sisters, and the others, unable to smile at the sight of the woman who left him, even though there I was, with the children in their Kennedy clothes and the carcass of a bird on the dining table I would leave that evening and not see again. And the second poem I'm going to read is a love poem I wrote about how it's not always straightforward when you fall in love. And this one was published in Headstuff a few years ago when Angela Carr was poetry editor, and it's called A Gradual Eden. After the lava had cooled, hardened like a carapace on the graves of our marriages, nothing happened for a while. Sure, you and I still talked all night, once dared to walk arm in arm like a real couple to the Vietnamese restaurant with the string bead curtain and the napkins folded into swans. I had to learn the basics. I only knew your thoughts, but not, for instance, how you took your coffee, how you swam at 5 each morning, leaving me to wake alone. Nothing grew on the hard-baked basalt of us. Ditches that defined our lanes and highways vanished. Once shady trees now jutted like antlers where the lightning had struck them. When the strawberries were gone, we ate dandelion and fiddlehead ferns. You were an inventive chef, but I was sick of roots and leaves. I wanted passiflora, or violets at the very least. Once, longing for old comforts, you peeked back under the edge of the rock crust for a glimpse of green, but the lawns were mustard, thistle-pocked. Twice I peeked too. Watering didn't help much, neither did planting seeds. After a year or two, we got used to it, gave up trying, hung up boots. One day we saw the rock was dusted with faintest green, just a bristle like your beard at 5 a.m, no more. And then we saw a stem unfurl, and then the flowers came. Thank you. Thank you.